Hello everyone, this is the quick review of game between Magnus Carlsen and DANIIL Dubov from AIRTHINGS Masters of round 5.2. Here Magnus plays with the white pieces and DANIIL Dubov plays with the black pieces. Okay, so let's start. Here Magnus starts with the move e4, Dubov plays c5, the Sicilian defense, Magnus plays knight f3, Dubov plays knight c6, then Magnus plays bishop b5, then Dubov plays g6. This setup is known as Nimzo-Rossolimo attack fianchetto variation. Here Magnus plays castle. Then Dubov plays bishop g7, activating his bishop on this diagonal. Then Magnus plays bishop cross c6, and then Dubov plays b cross c6. Here Magnus plays rook e1, then Dubov plays knight h6. These are all opening stuffs. Then Magnus plays c3, blocking this long diagonal. Then Dubov castles. Then Magnus plays d4, c cross d4, c cross d4, and then Dubov plays d5, striking on the center and opening up his diagonal for the bishop. Here Magnus plays e5. e5 is the only best move here. Any other move just equals the game. Like if you play e cross d5 here, then c cross d5 is just roughly equal and symmetric. And if you play knight e5, then black plays d cross e4, and then bishop cross h6, bishop cross h6, rook cross e4 is slightly better for black because black has bishop pair and the position is very open, and white have also a weak d4 pawn. Okay, so Magnus plays e5, and then Dubov plays f6, trying to break the chain. Magnus plays h3, preventing bishop g4. If you don't have white square bishop, then this is very annoying. Dubov plays f cross e5, and then Magnus plays d cross e5, and then Dubov plays c5. Here this is completely new position and never played before. Here Magnus plays a very beautiful move b4, undermining the center and also taking the center d4 square. Here Dubov have to take. He plays c cross b4, then Magnus plays a3, and then Dubov plays d4. Here many of you were thinking, why not b cross a3? If black plays b cross a3, then white plays bishop cross a3, and then bishop b7 is the best continuation according to engines, and then queen b3, queen b6, and knight bd2. Here the position is also very equal, but white has activity. So Dubov plays here d4, avoiding the activity for white, and then Magnus plays a cross b4, and then black plays bishop b7. Here Magnus plays knight bd2. Instead of knight bd2, knight cross d4 is a slightly better move because it is a series of forced move with a slightly better position. Like after knight cross d4, black plays a5, and then knight e6, forking the both major pieces, and then queen cross d1, rook cross d1, and then a cross b4, rook cross a8, rook takes rook, and then knight cross g7, king cross g7, rook d7, attacking the bishop and the pawn, and then bishop e4, attacking this knight, and then rook cross e7 check, king f8. At this point white is slightly better because black is attacking the white knight and white is attacking the black knight, and the activity of white pieces are far more better. Okay, so but Magnus plays knight bd2, Dubov plays a5, and then Magnus takes with the rook, Dubov takes with the rook, and then Magnus takes with the pawn, and then Dubov takes with the queen. Then Magnus plays knight cross d4, and then Dubov plays knight f5. Here Magnus plays knight 4 to f3. Dubov plays queen d5, centralizing the queen. Then Magnus plays bishop b2, protecting the e5 pawn and also activating the bishop. Dubov plays bishop h6 as this square is not active, so he plays bishop h6 activating the bishop from this diagonal. Then Magnus plays e6. Then Dubov plays rook d8, trying to make more pressure on the d2 knight and also pin the queen. Then Magnus plays queen e2, adding more protection to the e6 pawn and also freeing the queen from the annoying pin. Then Dubov plays queen d3, trying to exchange all the pieces so that the e6 pawn will be the weakness in the endgame. Magnus takes the queen cross d3. Then Dubov plays rook cross d3, and then Magnus plays knight e4. Then Dubov takes the knight as this knight is very active from this on this square and also maneuvering from this on this square. So Dubov takes the knight, bishop cross e4, and then rook cross e4. Dubov played bishop g7, trying to exchange as much pieces as possible because e6 will be the weakness in the endgame. Magnus plays bishop e5, exchanging the pieces but actively. Dubov plays bishop cross e5. Then Magnus plays knight cross e5. Then Dubov plays rook d1 check. Magnus plays king h2. Then Dubov plays king g7, trying to attack the e6 pawn via f6. Magnus plays g4, attacking the knight and also having chances to play g5 himself. Dubov plays knight d6, attacking the rook. Magnus plays rook e3. Then Dubov plays g5 himself, blocking white's g5 chances. Magnus plays king g2, activating the king. Then Dubov plays h6, protecting his g5 pawn. Then Magnus plays knight c6, attacking the e7 pawn. Dubov plays king f6, protecting that pawn. Then Magnus gives check on f3. Then he takes the pawn, and then again rook e3 check, double attacking the e7 pawn. Dubov plays king f6 and then knight cross e7, obviously. And then Dubov plays knight c4, attacking the rook. And then Magnus plays rook e4. Rook e4 is very multi-purpose move. It attacks the black knight, it protects the white knight, and it also prevents the enemy king to enter the position. So here Dubov plays knight d6, attacking the rook. Magnus plays rook e2, and then Dubov plays rook d3, trying to cut off the black king. Magnus plays knight c6, and then Dubov plays knight f7. Magnus plays rook e3, trying to exchange the rooks with a passed pawn. Here Dubov denies the exchange and then plays rook d7. Magnus plays rook a3, and Dubov plays knight h8. It seems to be a strange move, but Dubov trying to remaneuver the knight via g6 square to f4 or h4 square. Here Magnus plays knight b8. Then Dubov plays rook b7. Magnus plays rook a6 check. Then Dubov played king g7. Then Magnus plays knight c6. Dubov plays knight g6 following his plan. Magnus plays knight d4, and then Dubov plays knight h4 check. Magnus plays king g3, going up the board. Magnus plays Dubov plays rook b1. Rook b1 is an inaccuracy. Here the best move is rook b4, attacking the knight. Then white respond correctly with the move rook d6, followed by king f7, then rook d5, then rook b1, and then f4. Then black will play rook g1 check, king f2, rook g2 check, king e3, rook h2, king e4, g cross f4 and rook d7 check, and this is a drawish position. Okay, so but Dubov plays rook b1, then Magnus plays f4, then Dubov plays rook g1 check, Magnus defends with king f2, then Magnus again gives the check, Magnus plays king f1, then Dubov plays rook d2 attacking the knight, Magnus gives the check on e6. Here Dubov blundered and played king f7. The best move here is king h8, and the best follow-up is rook a8 check, then king h7 which is forced, f5, then black will play knight f3 trying to forcefully draw the position by knight h2 check, and then again knight f3 check. Here white will play rook a3 attacking the knight and preventing knight f3 check. Black will play knight e5, then white will play rook e3 again attacking the knight, then saving the knight on f7, then rook e2 trying to exchange the rooks. After rook d3 white will play rook king g2, and then after h5 white is just slightly better and this position can be played, but Dubov played king f7. Magnus plays f cross g5 which is the best move. Dubov here played king knight f3 again trying to draw the position forcefully, but it's not possible here. The best move here is h cross g5 which is also losing. Magnus here plays g6 which is a very beautiful and nice move. Here Dubov plays king e7. Here you cannot take the pawn. If you take the pawn then white will respond with knight d4 check and your knight is hanging. So Dubov played king e7, then Magnus played rook a3 attacking the knight. Dubov played knight h2 check, then Magnus played king e1. Dubov played rook d6 attacking the knight. Magnus played knight f4, then Dubov played king f6, and then Magnus plays king e2, and then Dubov plays rook d7, then Magnus plays rook a6 check, and then Dubov responds with the move king e5, and Magnus plays knight h5, and Dubov here resigns because this pawn is unstoppable and you cannot stop the pawn. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much.